Hey everyone, happy Monday. Welcome back. Hope you had a great weekend. Today we're going to continue our work with thinking about Reader's Workshop. And this also is a little bit of Writer's Workshop too, but really about the art of sequencing. And sequencing is putting things in order. We do this all the time when when we're reading a little bit of couple pages, we stop and we ask ourselves, do we know what's going on? And we retell the story. We've done it across our fingers, across our hands. Um, and so we think about, oh, this happened first, second, third, fourth, and fifth. Or you can do first, next, then, after, finally. Even when we're writing, when we think about having a beginning of our story, a middle, and then the end, right? Something has to start, then something exciting happens in the middle, and then it ends at the end with everything coming to a close. And they either live happily ever after, or they don't. Even if a story does have a to be continued, it has something that we leave off at the end, and then it makes us want to keep going. So things happen in order, okay? So they go from 1 to 2 to 3, or A to B to C, all the way up to Z. That's a sequence, okay? So sequencing really is putting things in order. And like I just said, you can do this two ways. You can say first, next, then, after, finally. Or you can say 1, this thing happened. 2, then this thing happened. 3, then this, 4, 5, in a numerical order, or number order. Okay? And it's really helpful for us to think about retelling a story across our fingers in order that it happens, because it helps us follow what the character's doing. It helps us think about why the characters are doing what they're doing, why they're saying what they're saying, why they're going to certain places. Okay, it helps us make sense of the story. If we think about retelling a story, if I saw a movie or a TV show and I said, hey, friend, you really should see this movie. And they say, well, tell me a little bit about it. And I give them a little bit of the beginning, a little bit of the middle, and a little bit of the end. Because if I just tell them, oh, well, here's something that happened at the end, and then, oh, the move, in the beginning it started this way, but then in the middle, oh, but then the beginning, and then at the end, everyone's going to get really confused. They're going to say, wait, what came first? Did he escape from the fire, or then did he go into the woods, or did she jump out of the plane with a parachute, or did he save the kitten from the tree? There's a lot of details, but it doesn't make sense because you're not following it in order, okay? So telling things in a sequence, putting things in order, is going to help you understand the story if you're a listener, and it's going to help you understand the story to share with somebody else if you're the speaker, okay? So I have here an example of me, what I did for breakfast, kind of putting together a meal. And I have it written down, but not in order. And I'm going to show you how, even though there are picture clues and how there are prompting words, like words to get us started with our thinking, like first, next, then, after, finally, even though a picture may be there, even though the words may be there, I'm still going to look at all the parts of what I have to see, does it make sense? Because there might be a better answer, okay? So I'm going to show you my example here. Okay. So I want you to think, if I was telling you this, okay? If I was sharing with you, actually maybe I'll not show you the picture after all. Okay. So I'm going to read to you about what I did to get my breakfast together. And I want you to think, does it make sense, or does it help you put a picture in your brain? So close your eyes and listen to my words, and I want you to tell me, does it make sense? Does it sound like it's in order? Okay. Next, I got a bowl and spoon. Finally, I enjoyed the meal. Then I poured food in the bowl. After that, I added the milk. And first, I got the food out. So I'm going to tell you one more time, just in case you want to listen again, what I did about getting my breakfast ready. So next, I got a bowl and a spoon. Finally, I enjoyed the meal, the breakfast. Then, I poured food in the bowl. After that, I added the milk. And first, I got the food out. So I told you all of the steps that I did to get my breakfast ready. to get my meal ready, but I didn't say it in order. And so if I was asking you to do it the same way, it might be really confusing for you. So that's why I'm going to go back and look at the order that I explained it to you in, and I'm going to see how I can make it clear for you of showing what comes first, what comes next, and then so on until we have all the way from my first thing I did to the very last thing I did. Come take a look with me. Okay, here we are. Here's my sequencing, and I'm just going to get my markers here to show that I'm doing the work. All right, friends, so this is exactly what I read to you. I read, next I got the bowl and spoon, and here's my picture clue. Finally, I enjoyed the meal. There's me eating. Then, pour food in the bowl. My little corn pops popping in. After that, I added the milk. Me with my drops of milk. First, get the food out. Okay, so first what I'm going to do is, sometimes I'm still learning to read, and I have a hard time with not all of the words, but some of the words. So when I'm thinking about some of the words, first I see that there is a picture clue. So I'm going to look at the picture first. So let me see. Okay, bowl and spoon, that makes sense. Me eating already? Not yet. Pouring in the cereal? Well, I know that this one is going to come after this one. I know that this one's going to come after this one. Right now this is my number 1 here because I have to get a bowl and spoon. All right, pouring the milk in? Well, that's definitely going to come after this one. Here's my number 1 first. Notice how I picked a number 1, but I'm still double checking. Okay? And here's me reaching for the cereal. All right, I'm not sure. So it could be this one. It could also be this one. After I've thought about my picture clues, the next thing I'm going to think about is some of my prompting words. What word do I think is going to come before all the other ones? First. First, next, then. Okay, so first. First, it's one of our high frequency words. We've been practicing how to spell it. So first, it's going to have an F. So I'm going to go back to my picture. I think this is number 1. I'm going to look here. Not a first. Oh, here's a that could be first. I bet you that's first. Oh, wait, it can't be because it doesn't match my picture. Nope, that's a TH. A, apple, nope. First. That looks like first. Let me see if it matches my picture clue. Yeah, so I have my word and my picture match here. My word and my picture do not match here. So this is going to be first. So first, I get the food out. So here on my line, I'm going to put a big number 1. That's going to show you that that's the first thing I'm going to do. All right, so first, next. Okay. Bowl and spoon, again. I know this is going to come after that, so that's my number 1 again. This is going to be after this one. This one is after this one. So first, all right, I have my picture clue. Now I'm going to do next. Let's see. Next. My picture and my word match. That's not a n. That's not a n. And that's not an n. Okay, so I know my number 2, first, next is going to be get the bowl and spoon. That's going to be my number 2 motion. First, get the food out. Next, get bowl and spoon. Okay. First, next, then. All right, here's a picture clue of me eating. Nope. Here's a picture clue of me having cereal in the bowl. Maybe. And milk in the bowl. But I noticed that there's cereal in the bowl already. That's my picture clue. So I'm thinking this one's going to come before this one. So let's take a look. I'm thinking my picture clue is telling me this one. I'm looking for first, next, then. Think about the. It's a digraph. Picture clue. TH, n, then. That works. Fine. Nope. It's going to be this one. First, next, then pour food in the bowl. All right. So first, get the food out. Next, get bowl and spoon. Then pour food in bowl. First, next, then after. After. Picture clue? Oh, that looks like me eating. All right, I have two choices left, the green or the orange. And then we have add the milk. All right, well, I see food in here. I should add the milk. After. Let's see. After doesn't work. My picture clue doesn't work, and my word letter doesn't work. Let's go down to the other one that's missing. Picture clue, milk, after. That matches. 1, 2, 3. I'm up to number 4. And then the last one is finally. That's the last one. I'm going to put a 5 here, but I'm just going to double check to see if it makes sense. Even though it's the only one left, I still want to double check. Finally, enjoy the meal. Now I'm going to retell you the story again without you looking to see does it make sense now. First, get the food out. Next, get a bowl and spoon. Then pour the food in the bowl. After that, add the milk. Finally, enjoy the meal. I think that's much clearer than when I did next, finally, then, after, first. Okay, so that's really, hopefully, a clear way to see how I use the picture clues. Then I think about the sounds that I hear in the words of first, next, then, after, finally, to really help me. And I notice that I have a fi, and I want to look at the whole word. Just because it's F here and F here doesn't mean it's going to be number 1. It means look for the whole word. Finally. Or finally. Okay, I try it 2 ways. And this is first. So that helps me. All right, friends, when you're doing your work today, what you can do is you can either, in your book, read a little bit, and then you can audio retell me across your fingers using first, next, then, after, finally. Or I gave you 2 kind of comic book strips that you can label them, put a number in each box in the order that you think that they go, and you can share your work with me. All right, friends, I hope you enjoyed this lesson, and I'll talk to you soon. Off you pop.